Hey, it's Greg with Reality REI. Tip of the day coming to you from Wilmington, North Carolina, right outside the time frame when Hurricane Florence hit. And you can see from this investment property that I have that we've got a load of damage, exterior damage. Luckily, no one was hurt at the house, and the house itself is relatively structurally fine. So, but we do have a lot of exterior stuff to deal with, like the pool and the fencing and tree removal and all that good stuff. And the tip of the day is if you're probably wondering, like, who is responsible. What if your neighbor's tree ends up falling on your property? Like, who is your neighbor responsible for fixing the damage that their tree caused on your property? Now, this may vary according to not fence, but state. Each of the states might have their own way in which they deal with it, but in North Carolina as well as in Virginia, because I've had trees fall on properties in Virginia. I think also in Maryland I don't think I've had anything in DC, but in those states it's just an act of God. So if it's falling on your property, you can pretty much remove the tree up to your property line, and it's your responsibility to pay for it. Now, a good neighbor, let's say if it's taking down a fence that joins both of you, a lot of times if you talk to that neighbor, you can split the fence cost 50-50. They'll sometimes do that, but if you're the one that paid for the fence, or if it's on your property line, then more than likely it's your responsibility to fix it. But realistically, if a neighbor is kind, or most of the time, if you just look at it from the standpoint of what if they were in your shoes kind of thing, a lot of times they'll split the cost with you 50-50. So that's just a kind of a quick tip for if you ever have an issue where you do have a fallen tree that's a tree that's downed and that falls in there. But again, don't take my advice for it. This is not legal advice. Make sure you consult an attorney if you do have an issue, especially if it's a large tree. But just something to keep in mind for if you do have some kind of incident. So it's Greg with Reality REI. Tip of the day coming to you from Hurricane Florence, from Wilmington, North Carolina, just about a little less than a week after the hurricane hit. And just going ahead, I'm going to sign off and go ahead and start picking up the pieces. Take care.